Why did my perfume trigger my coworker's asthma attack? So I thought my coworker Megan hated me. For months, she'd avoid sitting near me in meetings, never made eye contact, and seemed to physically recoil whenever I walked by. I'm talking full body cringe, like I had some contagious disease. I tried everything to be nice. Brought her coffee, complimented her presentations, even covered her shift when her car broke down. Nothing. She'd just give me this tight smile and disappear. I started obsessing over it, replaying every interaction, wondering what I'd done wrong. Was it something I said? Did I smell? Was my laugh too loud? The uncertainty was eating me alive. I even asked my other coworkers if they'd noticed anything. They all said Megan was just quiet and keeps to herself. But I knew it was more than that. The way she'd literally hold her breath when passing my cubicle, how she'd suddenly develop urgent tasks whenever I approached. It felt personal, deeply personal. My self-esteem was crumbling. I started second-guessing everything about myself. I'd stand in front of my bathroom mirror each morning, wondering what was so repulsive about me that someone couldn't even breathe the same air. I began eating lunch alone, avoiding team gatherings, because her obvious discomfort made me feel like a pariah. The office felt hostile, like walking through a minefield every single day. The breaking point came during our monthly team meeting. When I suggested an idea, Megan actually winced and pressed her hand to her chest, like my voice physically pained her. That's when something inside me snapped. The hurt transformed into rage, hot and bitter. If she wanted me gone so badly, if my mere presence was that offensive, then fine. I'd give her exactly what she expected. Finally, I snapped. If she wanted to treat me like I stank, then fine. I'd actually give her something to complain about. I went to Sephora and bought the most obnoxious perfume I could find. This vanilla musk monstrosity that could probably be smelled from space. The salesgirl even raised her eyebrows when I tested it, but I was beyond caring. I wanted Megan to know exactly what I thought of her little avoidance game. That weekend, I rehearsed my petty victory. I imagined her reaction, how she'd finally have to acknowledge me, even if it was to complain. Part of me felt sick about it, but the wounded part of me was louder. Monday morning, I doused myself. I'm talking 3 full pumps on each wrist, behind both ears, and 1 for good measure on my sweater. I strutted into the office feeling petty and proud. The moment I sat at my desk, Megan started coughing. At first I thought, good, mission accomplished, but then her coughing got worse, really worse. She was wheezing, gasping, clutching her desk. The sound was horrible, like she was drowning on dry land. I watched her fumble for an inhaler with shaking hands, and suddenly I felt like the worst person alive. This wasn't dramatic office tension. This was a real medical emergency. Her lips were turning blue, and pure terror filled her eyes. In that moment, all my petty anger disappeared, replaced by crushing guilt and panic. "Call 911!" I shouted, running to her. While we waited for paramedics, I held her hand and kept apologizing through my tears. She couldn't speak, just squeezed my hand back, her grip desperately tight. I kept thinking, I did this. I actually hurt someone. Later at the hospital, she finally told me the truth. She never avoided me because she disliked me. She has severe asthma triggered by fragrances, and HR had specifically told her to manage her condition discreetly and not make anyone feel bad about their personal choices. Her voice broke when she explained how she'd been holding her breath for months, developing headaches from lack of oxygen, just trying to do her job without causing problems. Turns out, HR had been building a case to fire me for other reasons, and they were hoping Megan would eventually file a complaint about my perfume to add to their list. They'd even suggested she sit farther away to document the pattern. Megan never wanted to hurt me. She was just trying to keep her job while literally struggling to breathe around me every day. And I'd spent months plotting revenge against someone who was actually protecting me. We're best friends now. And yes, I threw away that perfume.